Hey, everybody. Today we're talking about getting your first client and what happens next. I usually talk about how to get your clients, whether it's your first client or if you're working on consistent clients or even if you're trying to scale your business. But what I haven't really touched on is, all right, we followed the process, we got our first client, now what? So stick around.
You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss-Ep.
All right, so you've been listening to my podcast for a while. Maybe you've taken some of my programs or my workshops, or you've downloaded some of my kits. Maybe you've even been a client of mine here at the agency. You've got your clients, you've got things moving, you're so excited. You signed your first client. What'd you do next? Maybe you paid some bills, and then, dun, 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 all the money is gone. You've paid all the bills from all the money that came in from this client, and now you're back in the same boat. I know how this feels because I've been there before, and I want to share with you what this all means and what my perspective is on this. If you are focusing on getting one client, you will successfully get one client. The problem is, a lot of times we focus on getting that one client so much that once we get the one client, we're like, relief, we did it, yay. And then we put everything down and we say, we did it. We followed the process. I got a client. I'm amazing. I have a business that actually makes money. But that's not how this works. Consistency is how this works. Following a process is how this works, and not putting all your eggs in one basket. I know sometimes we jinx it. We say, oh, I got this one client. It's amazing. Now you get the client, and now you're like, oh, I can't outdo myself. I can't do this again. What am I supposed to do this time? I got one person to say yes, but I don't know if I can get other people to say yes. And then you start to jinx it. Then you start to overthink it. What happens when we overthink? We actually don't show up the way we need to because we're so much in our heads. So maybe you get really, really excited about the prospect that you have. There's a prospect hanging around. You think, oh, this might be my next client. I'm so pumped. I can't wait. I'm going to check in. Now, if you check in too often, you might be pushing it too much. If you don't check in enough, you might be forgotten and you've got to follow up. So there's got to be a balance there. So let's say you're getting really excited about this prospect and you put all of your focus on them. What happens is you don't start the momentum for the future people coming into your world. So what this looks like practically is you get really excited about speaking to this one prospect. You may tell your spouse or your friends like, oh, I'm so excited. I've got this one person. They're going to sign. And all of your focus is on that one person instead of putting focus on all the other people in your world, all of your followers, all the people you haven't followed up with, all the new people coming into your world. And so if you put all of your focus on this maybe person, then you stop building the momentum for everyone else. So this is a really good time for me to remind you that the marketing that you do today is the sales that come in tomorrow. The marketing today are the sales of tomorrow. So once you make a sale, that doesn't mean you stop marketing. It means, we finished that customer journey for that one person. We got them into this one program. Side note, they still have another long length of their journey beyond the length of your program. So there might be other programs available for them later on. But just from prospect to client, that is step A to step B, point A to point B. And then you need to nurture people all across the board to get everyone from point A to point B. So don't get so hung up on this, I got to get this one person from point A to point B, and then you forget to nurture everyone else. Nurturing is your marketing. Showing up and being visible is your marketing. Providing value is your marketing. Repetition is your marketing. And if you're not following your process every single day, you're not going to have sales. Generally, online, for service-based, personal branded business owners, marketing for 90 days is going to bring you your client at the end of the 90 days. Are you tired of trying to figure things out on your own and then finding expensive solutions online? Then I've got just the thing for you. Check out all of my business building and mindset kits. They're all $7 or $14, and they can help you take the actionable steps you need to get your business moving in the right direction. Visit learn.abundantstrategy.com to see the ever-growing collection of kits. Happy learning! So if you go into the 90 days thinking, I'm going to market for 90 days and it's going to be amazing, and then I'm going to get a client, that's true, but that 90 days starts over every single day. So if we're on, let's say, the first of the month, you market for 3 months, those 90 days, you might get a client. Now, this is, not a science that if you start marketing on the first, you're going to get a client on the first. But just for this example, we market, let's say, we market for all of January, all of February, and all of March, and then April 1st, we get our first client. Well, those 90 days of marketing helped get that client. But now let's look at January 2nd. We have 90 days that start on January 2nd so that we can get clients on April 2nd. And we have to start this process over every single day. It is a cycle. It is a constant marketing, and sales come in. That's how we get the consistency, consistent income, consistent lead flow, consistent clients. So don't just market for 90 days and then throw your hands up and be like, I'm done. Whoever's here is here. This is an ongoing process, which is why I want you to stick to the process and not get so hung up about, I'm so excited about this one person that might sign, and now I'm not going to market myself. The marketing you do today becomes the sales of tomorrow. And if we can reverse this, the sales that you have today, any clients that have signed with you today, are because of the efforts that you have put forth 90 days prior. Also, I want you to remember that they need you more than you need them. And I want you to stay in that mindset. If you're in the mindset of, I really need this client, I really need the money, I'm going to just message them, I'm going to follow up with them. Or maybe you were on a discovery call and they told you, I'm going to sign with you, by the end of the weekend. And then you're like, oh my gosh, it's the end of the weekend and I haven't heard from them. Are they going to ghost me? I don't know. Should I follow up? You start getting crazy, right? You get all these ideas in your head. Just relax. Remember that they need you. They need your service. You have the solution to the problem that they are very, very frustrated with and can't wait for someone to help them move and get out of that state of mind and have a transformation to see some result. They really, really need you. And they need you more than you need them. So think of this as like a dating game. If one partner is chasing the other person while they're dating and they're constantly calling them and they're constantly texting and they're wondering, why haven't they checked my messages? Why haven't they called me back? That energy is desperation energy. And what happens is the other person feels that and goes, I'm not going to hang out here. I'm going to go the other way. So you don't want to chase someone down. You don't want to constantly be on them, breathing down their neck. Give them some space. You don't need them as a client. There's millions of opportunities for clients. You can choose to work with this client or this client or this client. The leads are limitless. Clients are everywhere. And you need to be in that mindset. We're not chasing and coming from an energy of desperation. We are offering our service, and then we're saying, if you need it, it's here. If you don't, that's cool. So they need you more than you need them. I just want to remind you, as a side note, that if you approach this process from a relaxed point of view, you relax into the discussion. You don't psych yourself out and then obsess over if they're going to pay or if they're going to show up to the follow-up call. You will do a whole lot better. I want you to stay in your confidence. You are confident that you are a business owner. You are confident that you are a leader in your community. You are confident that you know your stuff. You are confident that you can help them. You are confident that your program is amazing. And if you're not confident in all those things, that's where you need to find some help. That's where you need to work on your mindset, because confidence is contagious. People want to work with someone who's confident. They don't want to work with someone who's going to take them through a transformation towards an end result with someone who's not really sure. They're wishy-washy. Oh yeah, I think I can help you. Or do you want to pay me? I'm not sure. That wishy-washiness is going to create a disconnection between you and the prospect. And you've already built the relationship. So you want to keep the relationship going with your confidence. They are looking to you for the answers. You have the answers, but you need to show up from that energy. And then the thing is, to just keep repeating this process. Keep repeating the process again and again and again. Don't stop just because something great happened. Don't stop because something crappy happened. Whether you haven't signed a client in 2 months or you've signed your first client of the year yesterday, it doesn't matter. You just keep repeating this process. The end goal is not the sale. Believe it or not. Yes, you want to make money. Yes, you have a business, but that's not the end goal. Because you're here to serve. You're here to help people. You're here to make a big impact. So the end goal is to consistently run your process. That's the goal. If you can consistently run your process and you show up with confidence, you will make sales. It's inevitable. Before we sign off, I want to give you my mantra. My next client is on her way to me right now. My next client is on her way to me right now. My next client is on her way to me right now. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Hey coaches and healers, it's time to feel supported in your business. Head on over to our free community to get access to my best resources for free. I'm talking marketing tips, business strategy, feedback, and so much more. Join now at magneticmarketingmastermind.com. See you there.